So what we do is, when we try to overlay the consonants on top, vowels on top of the consonants, like for example, we have the simple vowel ka, right? The first, the consonant that we learned, ka, and it's a very basic form of a vowel, which is a. Ka is actually ik plus a. So the pure form of a vowel, consonant added with a vowel gives you the sound of ka. So when we learnt ka, we actually learnt a combination of vowel and a consonant, which is the vowel there is a sound, and the consonant there is the pure form of a consonant is k sound, the sound of k. So k plus a was ka, right? So we overlay the consonant on top of a vowel and then we get a sound. So when we take the next vowel and overlay it on top of the consonant ik, when we say ik, the long vowel, dirgha vowel, we get the sound ka, right? So each of these, all the consonants we learned, 5 rows of consonants of 5 letters each, and then all those special letters, when we overlay them with all the vowels that we learned approximately 12 to 14 vowels, I think, right? So we overlay them on top of each of the vowel. With each of the vowel, we get a different sound. Like for example, when we take the ka consonant ik, and then we overlay that with a, it gives you ka. When we overlay that with a vowel, we get ka. Like that, the next vowel in the order is e, right? So ik, and then overlay that with e vowel. So we get ik plus e. E. Smaller e, the longer e is ki. So we're going to learn how we overlay, the vowels on top of each of the consonants, and we are also going to learn the pure consonant form, right? The pure consonant form. So before we do that, welcome Jay and Anushka. So we did this last week. Hang on. We learned all the vowels. We learned all the consonants, like tatadadana, tatadana, papa, babhama, and then all the special letters yara, lava, shasa, saha, and trasra, nyaksha. Now what we are going to learn today is to overlay the vowels on top of pure consonants and special letters to get different sounds. That's what we are going to learn today. So before that, we'll just do a quick identification test. So so we will learn this now. Revise this now. So I see Mr. Kamath as the first one. So please identify this letter, sir. What's this letter?
Which one?
The one that you see on the screen.
We
are not able to see anything, sir.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
I think the screen is not on.
It was on. I don't know what happened. I will share it again. No worries. Hang on a second. Are you able to see now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And if I put 2 dots on the side of it. Yes, fantastic, beautiful. Thank you, sir. Anushka and Jay. Jay? Can you identify this letter? We can't hear you. You have to unmute.
Ba.
Sorry?
Ba.
Yes, ba. Fantastic. And if I put a dot on top of it, what does that become? The Anuswara, if I put a dot on top of this, what does this letter become?
Is it bum?
Yes, bum. That's right. So any letter, Anushka, if you put a dot on top, it takes a form of the vowel at the end, right? So bum. If I take, for example, the last letter that Dr. Kamath answered, if you put a dot on top, it becomes right? So that way, any letter, if you take and put a dot on top, it becomes all right? That gets the sound of Okay, so we'll move on to the next. Anushka, can you identify this letter for me? Sorry, I can't hear you. You have to speak louder. Tra, yes. Are you able to identify? I know your dad is able to identify, but are you to identify?
You forgot?
You
No,
forgot.
I have not forgot.
Oh, you not forgot. Okay.
Okay, so tell me the code word for this. What is the picture that you think when you want to write tra?
3.
Yes, beautiful. That's what it is, right? 3. And that gives you tra. Thank you. I will move to the next person. Meenakshi, can you identify this letter for me? The rest of you can internally identify, but Meenakshi, unmute and then identify this letter.
Cha.
Cha.
Yes, and then what is the code word for that?
Child.
Yes, very good. You see the child in front of you hanging from a rope. So that's cha for you, right? Thank you. And if I put 2 dots next to it, Meenakshi, what does it become?
Chaha.
Yes, chaha. Very good. Beautiful. Well done. Thank you. We'll move to the next. I see Arshdeep ji. What is this?
Dha.
Dha. Fantastic. And then if I put a dot on top, what does it become?
Dham.
And then if I put a dot, 2 dots next to it, what does it become?
Daha.
Daha. And any child in this group, can you tell me what is the code word for this, or non-Hindi speakers? Can you tell me what is the code word?
Dolak. Dolak.
Yes, Dholak. That's right. Beautiful. Dholak. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Arshdeep ji. Sanjay ji. Sanjay. Unmute, please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
It's Kra.
No, it's not Thra. Thra doesn't
No, no,
have
no.
these running.
Ra.
Yes,
Ra.
R. It's not Ra,
Oh,
it's R, right? Kangaroo. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Kangaroo. It's
Yeah,
actually
kangaroos.
R, the longer vowel, because it's got that extra U to it. If you remember, we discussed R and R, the mirror image of K, and
Yeah,
then
and
cursive
Ra.
writing R. And then if you want to extend the sound, put one more U, that's R,
Okay.
right? So
Ra
if
and
I put a dot on top, what does it become?
it become Rim.
I can't hear you.
Rim.
No, it's still breaking. There is some issue with the mic. So can you come closer a bit?
Is it Rim?
Sorry?
Rim.
No, it's still not clear. Are you
Okay,
trying to say rim?
yes, Rim.
Rim, yeah, rim, rim. It's actually the longer vowel, right? So
Oh,
it's
okay.
rim, not rim. Rim will not
Rim.
have this extension. It's
Oh,
rim,
okay.
and then on top of it a dot, so it becomes rim, right? Rim, right?
Rim. Okay.
Yes, rim.
Rim.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you. We will move to the next person,
Yeah.
who is I see Anand Sadashivji.
That's P.
Fantastic. Pa. And if I put a dot on top, what does it become?
Pum.
Come. And 2 dots on the side.
Paha.
Haha, fantastic. And I'm going to ask you one more question on this. If I put a line next to it, what should it become?
It becomes Pa.
Very good. Fantastic. So that's the thing that we are going to learn today. But I just thought I'll ask you. It becomes Pa. That's right. So thank you for that. We will move on to the next one. Thank you, sir. Nandaji. Nandaji, unmute. You have to unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Ga for Gadam.
Yeah, it's Gha with a heavy,
Gha.
right?
Gha.
Beautiful.
Gha.
And if I put a dot on top of this, what does it become?
Gam.
Yes, and 2 dots on the side.
Gaha.
Yeah, fantastic. Very good, sir. Thank you, sir. Umaji.
Kha. Kha.
Sorry.
Kha.
Kha.
Yeah.
Kha. That's right.
Yeah,
And if I put a
Makhan.
dot- yes, makhan. Beautiful. And if I put a dot on top,
Gham.
kham. That's right. And then if I put 2 lines on the side, 2 dots on the side,
Ghaha.
khaha. Very good. All right.
Ghaha.
Thank you. And the next one I see is Anand Krishnan. Did you answer already?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, that one is Ja,
Fantastic. And if I put a dot on top
Jam,
and 2 dots on the side?
Jaha.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. Next one I see is, did I miss anyone? Sanjay, have you answered?
Yes, sir. I'm the one who answered wrong. Yeah, that's me.
Anyone else I have left? Sorry, my screen shows only 6 people at the same time. So if I have missed anyone, please can you put up your hand and answer? And if anyone, if you want, if you have not answered, answer this. Please.
You missed me.
Yes, go ahead. Surya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Surya. Tell me what is this?
I.
Yes, I. Very good. And if I put a dot on top of this, what does it become?
I'm.
Yes, I'm. And then if I put 2 dots on the side, then
I have.
I, he. It's not I, her. Because as I explained before, the last vowel sound that you hear before the 2 dots, that's the sound it will reflect, right? Because this is I, and what you hear at the end of I is E sound. So it's I, he. All right?
All right.
Good. So anyone else? Meenakshi, would you want to go for this letter?
This is ng, nga,
Yes, ga. And the code word for that is?
thanks,
Yes. And if I put a dot on top of that is?
ngam,
Yes, very good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Anushka, can you identify this letter for me?
Sorry, Anushka just left.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Can you identify this for me, Jay?
This one is J.
Ja.
Yeah.
That's right. Ja. And the code word?
Jalam.
Jalam. That's fantastic. So if I put 2 dots next to it, what does it become?
Jaha.
Beautiful. Fantastic. So I think we are there. Now what we will do is, we will move to today's class. So, we learned all the vowels, right? A, E, U, R, A, I, O, Au, and Aha. And Aha are Anuswara and Visarga, and then the vowels. Now, how many vowels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 vowels are there, right? And 2 Anuswara and Visarga are 2. Now, if you overlay all the consonants, right? And then we learned all these consonants and special letters so far, right? So when we look at the vowels, we have the short vowel, which is the haswa, which is like, a is a short vowel, e is a short vowel, u is a short vowel, and then we have the long vowel as well, which is a and e and u and r. All of them are longer vowels, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to overlay each of these consonants with the vowels. But before that, we are going to learn the pure consonants in Sanskrit. The way we are going to learn, it's not very difficult at all. When you take the first consonants ka, right? This is the first consonant we learned, right? It's ka. Ka is actually a combination of a vowel and consonant. The pure form of ka is ik, and that's represented by a small line below that, which is called the halant, and then it in Hindi, and that's the way the pure consonant is specified. So when we learned ka, we actually learned ik plus this vowel a. So ik plus a gave us this ka. We learned this, right? This ka is what we learned first, right? It's actually ik, the shorter pure consonant overlaid with this vowel a. That's ka. Now, when we are going to learn, this is the short vowel and consonant mix that we learned, right? Ik plus a, ka. Now, I want one of you to tell me that if I put this ik and then I add the longer vowel a to it, sorry about my bad handwriting. So if I take this and then overlay that a on top of that pure consonant ik, what does it give me?
ha,
Sorry?
ha,
Ka. Open your mouth. Ka. Right?
ha.
Correct. So the ka, how do you write ka? Same way you write the first basic ka, which we learned before. And for this a, what do we do?
Extra line.
Extra line. Beautiful. We have to do something extra to take it to a longer form of it, right? So when we do ka, just put a line next to it. Clear? Questions? Anybody? Non-Hindi speakers, children, especially for you. Is there any question how you write ka? its pure form of ka is a small line below. The normal ka that we learned earlier was ik plus a ka. If you want to learn ka, which is the longer vowel, which is ik plus a, the longer vowel, you just put a line next to it. Simple. That's how ka is written. Please write down in your notebooks, right? Now I'm going to ask that, we go to that next letter, which is kha, right? We learned kha, makhan. Sorry about my handwriting. I'm just going to write it again. We learned this kha, right? This is actually the pure form of that. You put a line below. Any consonant that we learned, you put a small line below like this. It becomes the pure form of the consonant, which is ik. And then add the normal R to it, right? If you add the normal R, it becomes kha, as we learned kha, right? This is the letter that we learned. Now, if I want to write kha, what do I do? Anyone? Jay, go ahead.
Add a as we did before.
Add a line next to it.
Next to it, yeah.
Yeah, a line. So this is kha, and then I add a line next to it. It becomes ka, because the a, the longer form of a, has a line next to it, right? So that's why we add this line next to the consonant, pure consonant, and make it ka. So any letter, any consonant, if you want to extend the sound of R to it, you just have to add one more line to it. That's it. So when I take, for example, cha, and if I want to make it cha, what do I do? Children, Meenakshi?
You put a line?
Add a vertical line next to it, right? So that becomes Surya.
Cha?
Cha, extended. You can't say cha because cha is the shorter vowel, right? When you want to say cha, just extend it a bit more. Tell it. Go ahead.
Ta?
Yes, cha. Open your
Ta?
mouth. Cha, yes. Like chai, right? When we learned, how did we learn chai? I mean, this letter, the code word is chai, right? The T. So that's that the way how we say chai, we extend that and say chai, right? So that's cha. Cha. All right. That's cha. So I'm going to ask one more person. Best idea for me is to go back and then okay, let me take this. If I use this letter and I want to say, what is this letter? Any of you?
Ja.
Ja. And if I want to make it ja, what do I do?
Put a line next to it.
Fantastic. Put a line next to it. It becomes ja, right? So hang on. Okay, we have another consonant here. If I want to make this pure consonant, what do I do? Anyone?
Draw a line under it.
Yeah, Jay,
A slant line.
yes, just a small length, like this. Draw it below. It becomes, what does this sound like?
Ik.
Yes, ik, that heavy k, but then you say it as ik, right?
Ik.
Yes, and if I want to make this a longer ka, what do I do?
Put a line next to it.
Yes, Meenakshi? What do I do to make this letter ka?
Put a line on next to it.
Next to it, where? Here?
Next, yeah, there.
Okay, fantastic, great. That becomes
Ka.
ka, right? Ka. Open your mouth and say ka. So for any letter of the consonant, The moment you put a line next to it, it becomes the longer ah sound, right? The and ah. The second vowel we learned was ah. In order to make any consonant with that sound of ah, extended longer vowel form, you just add a line next to it. Very simple, right? So we learned the first two vowel overlaid on top of consonant ah and ah, overlaid on any letter becomes that takes the sound of ah. One more line takes the sound of ah. Like for example, here we see ka, add a line next to it, it becomes ka. Kha, add a line next to it, it becomes kha. Ga, add a line next to it, it becomes ga. Like that, it's the same thing applicable across the board of all these consonants and the special letters. Even if you take sha, for example, for the mobile phone silence, sha, shanmuga, right? If you add a line next to it, it becomes sha. So that's the same case for all the letters, right? Now what we're going to do is the third vowel that we learned was
E.
E, right? So we are going to learn how to overlay E on top of any consonant. So the first consonant we will take as an example is ka, right? That's a simple consonant that we learned, the first ka. If you want to make this ka, what is the, if I add the vowel E, right? This is E, right? I want the children and non-Hindi speakers to tell me that if I add ka and E, what does it give me as a sound?
Ki.
Yes, Surya, ki, the short vowel ki, because there's also for in vowel you have E and E, right? So when you take this E, which is the shorter vowel, and add ka to it, it becomes
Ki.
ki. And if you add E to the ka, what does it become?
Ki.
Yes, Meenakshi, are you able to get it?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, Meenakshi, if I take this second letter ka, right? And then add
Mhm.
E to this, how does that sound?
Ki.
No, it's a short vowel, right? I have written only E. I have not written this E. E.
Ki.
Ka plus E.
Ki. Ki.
I can't hear you.
Ki.
Ki, yes, heavy ka. You have to not say it like ka, but you have to say ka and E. So it becomes ki, right?
Mhm.
Ki. Tell it again. I want to hear you.
Ki.
Ki. That's right. So that's ki, right? If I take, for example, if I take, hang on. If I take, say, ja, and then add E. I want someone else to tell me, not Surya and Meenakshi for sure. Someone else, please.
G.
Sorry, who's that?
G.
Yeah, G. G. Who's that? Sorry, I can't see.
Nanda. Nanda.
Yes, very good, Nanda sir. So G, right? If I put this thing on top, what does it become, Nanda sir?
G.
G, right? So very good. So we all now understand that if you add E to any consonant, it takes the form of the vowel. Ka plus E is ki. Ja plus E is G. Ta plus E is T. We want to know how to write T. That's the challenge next, right? So I'm going to take it from the simple ka. I want to add the E sound to it, the E vowel to it. The easier way is to take the line on top and bring it towards your left. Always remember that when you overlay the vowel on top of a consonant, the shorter vowel is on your left side, the longer vowel is on your right side. It will repeat itself again when we learn the next vowels and consonants soon. Remember that towards the left is the shorter vowel, towards the right is the longer vowel. So don't get confused with which side I have to represent the shorter and longer. Left, the hand that we use the least for the right-handers, that's the shorter vowel, and the right-handers, the more we use the right hand, so the longer vowel is on the right hand side. So I have shown you how to write ki. Take a line on top, bring it to the left side and bring it totally down. So that's ki. Now, when I'm going to ask you the same question by using this letter, kha, if I want to make this ki, kha plus short vowel e, what do? I want to ask Meenakshi. Unmute. Yeah.
He make curve a line and bring it to the left side.
Can you take your paper, write ki and show me? Show us on the screen.
Yeah. Just me.
Meanwhile, when Meenakshi is writing, I want all the others to write ja plus e. How to write G? Write it on your paper and show your video and show it closer to me, to the camera. G, ja plus e. So Meenakshi, have you written?
Yeah.
Can I see that? Meenakshi?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Fantastic. So now you write G, and I can see Nanda, sir. Hang on. I just want to see it a bit closer. Yes, fantastic, sir. You have written very right. G, Anand Sadashiv G. I'm seeing your G. Fantastic, beautiful. And then who else is showing this to me? Arshdeep G is showing this to me. Hang on a second. I want to see that. Oh, God. Hang on. I don't know who I'm seeing. Arshdeep G. Yes, G. So G. Arshdeep G. Your G's hook has to start from the top of ja, in the sense that if you write this ja and then you put a line on top. Sorry, my handwriting is terrible. Hang on a second. Let me clear this. So if I take ja, right, and if I want to write G, it should start from here. The G should start from this line, from this point where the line joins on the top. Yes, that's right. Fantastic. Yes.
This is G.
Who is that? G. Yes, Meenakshi, you've done it right. Meenakshi, you have to remember that this line has to go across. You cannot put the G without the line on top. Take your paper again and draw the line completely on top, right? Like this. So anyone I haven't seen, Jay and Anushka, yes, that's G, perfect. Kamadji, I'm just seeing yours. Hang on a second. I can't see yours. It's not very clear. Yes, perfect. Right. I saw that, Kamadji. Thank you. And hang on, actually, 1 minute. Let me finish somebody else. One of the questions, sir. Yes, you're perfectly right. G. Actually, yes, that's right. Sanjay Krishnan. Let me see yours. Hang on. Where is that? Yes, G. That's perfectly right. Key also, sir. When you write key, that the second ka, right? That line should cover like this. In the sense that how you wrote G, the top line should also cross that hook that you have put on the left. You see what I mean? Sanjay, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. So it should cut that line out. Both should cut that line.
Like
Yeah.
how you have
Okay.
written the G, show me the G. G also, it should cut. That line should go and cut. The top line you have written, right?
Yeah.
That should cross that hook on the left.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, write it that way. Like
Okay.
how you see the board, how I have written.
Yeah.
Umaji, hang on a second. Yes, Umaji, also for you, that G top curve, right? It should start from this line. You see on my screen, it should start from here. You have started it from here. Okay, so make the change. Hang on a second. See, the way you have written is, it's like this. You have written it like this, right? It should start from here. Okay, so that's G. Hang on. Okay, so anyone else wants to show? Have I seen everybody's? Just I want to reiterate once more. When you write G or any of these letters, look at the way I'm writing. Please observe the screen. I'm putting the line across on the top, and this line has to start from the end of the letter and move all the way and cut and come here. So the line has to be complete. It cannot be written without the line being complete. Like some of you had written G like this, right? put the line on top, and you're bringing it from here to this place. It cannot be without the line on top. So it has to cross. The line has to cross. So remember that, everybody. So I'm going to give you another test again now. How will you write? Let's take, for example, I'm going to put this letter here. So what's this letter?
Th.
Yes. Ha. That's right. So the code word that we learned for that is hither and thither, right? Thither, that tha, heavy tha. So how will you write thi for this? Please write it on your notebook and show me. If I have to write thi. Who wants to go first? Yes, Anand Krishnan sir, I see you. Hang on. Thi, beautiful, fantastic, well done.
Thank you.
Jay, I'm seeing yours. Yeah, Jay, that's fine. Just make sure that this third doesn't touch the top. That should be a small gap here, right? Okay, fantastic. Then Arshdeep ji, I'm just seeing yours. Hang on. Yes, very good. And then who else? Ahmad ji, I'm seeing yours. Thi, I can't see. Bring it a bit closer or towards your right. I want to move it towards the center. Yes, put the line there on top of this if you want. I mean, cover the line because that line has to cross. As I told you before, this line on top has to cross and then it has to come all the way here. So don't miss that line on top, right? So, Anand Sadashiv ji, yes, that's right. Okay, Uma ji, beautiful, fantastic, well done. Then who else? Meenakshi, I'm seeing Meenakshi. That's right. Don't touch the top for thi. Meenakshi, there should be a small gap in between these two lines. Yeah, you don't need to touch the top. Okay. Who else did I miss? I missed anybody? Everyone has shown. Yeah, Sanjay sir. Hang on. Where is that? I can't see that. Okay. No, it's not clear. Where is that actually? Thi.
It's T. It's here. Because the first time when I wrote, I actually touched that the T's circle touched the roof, so I had to write it again.
Final one, I can't see. You have to bring it closer. Yeah. Okay, I can see that slightly. It's kind of not so clear, but still I know what you've done. Maybe you can write it slightly bigger for me to see because it's very small when I see that, right? So that's
okay.
That's okay. Who's that? Surya. Yeah, hang on. Surya, let me see. Where have you written? Key. Yes. The only thing, Surya, it's the butter inside. That line. Where have you written? Key. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's right. Don't touch the top. The line there should be a small gap, right? I can't see that whether you have touched, but if you have not touched, it's fine. So yes, that key, the top line and the circle cannot touch. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Anyone else I missed? Nanda ji, yes, hang on. Yes, that's right. Hang on. Yeah, just that this sharp thing that you have written, make it smoother, the curve, like you've written it this way, right? So just make it as a bit curvy like this.
Yeah.
That's it. Otherwise it's perfect, right? Slightly curvy. Okay, so that's fine. So I think I've seen all of yours. Anybody, did I miss anyone? Okay, so we learned how to write E. So that's the same principle applicable for all the letters of the consonants, that when you want to write the E sound, you put a hook towards the left side. So it's easy for us now to learn how do we write the longer E form, because when I take ka, and then I want to overlay that with E sound. This is E, right? So when I want to add that E, what do I do? When we learned the shorter sound, we put it on the left. When we are going to learn the longer form, we just take it towards the right. So ka becomes ki if you take the hook on top and move it towards your right side and bring it towards the end. The line has to cross. You have to cross the line when you move that E hook towards your right side, right? So that's key. Or if you take ja, for example, whatever we learned, if you want to make it G, you put it towards the right, G. In the same way, when we learned key, you take the letter K, right? K. If you want to make it key, you put the hook towards the right, key. And then if you want to do that th, we learned, right? Th, we learned th, thi becomes towards your right side on top, right? Thi. So that's how you write the letter thi. So I'm going to give you a small work. I want everybody to take, first I'll write a letter. I'm going to write this letter. Identify this letter for me.
Na.
Na, as in nose, right?
Nose. Yep.
So, right, all of you, knee for me. Knee, the longer E version. Knee. And you can show it to me. Yes, that's perfectly right. Fantastic. Anand Sadashiv ji. Yes, that's right. Beautiful. Kamat sir. I'm just seeing yours. Hang on. I can't see yours. You have to bring it slightly down. Yeah. Knee, right? You take this,
Here's mine.
very good. Thank
Here's
you.
mine.
Hang on. Ananda Krishnan sir, knee, beautiful. That's right.
Thank
Meena,
you.
where are you? I can't see knee. Where's your knee? Meenakshi,
Yeah.
where is your knee?
Oh, knee.
Yeah, right, knee. I didn't say key, I said knee, right? Nandaji, I have seen yours, knee, beautiful, thank you. Arshdeep ji, again, Arshdeep ji, for you, the knee should start here. The end, it should start at this place. Right, Ji? Always remember that your extension has to go from the end of this point. Okay? Can you please show again? Sivakumar Uma, 1 minute.
Here's
Yes.
he's my knee.
Meenakshi, yes, knee, that's right. Anyone I missed? Arshdeep ji, can you show it again? Hang on. Yeah, beautiful. That's right. Fantastic. So that's how we write knee, right? So we learned e, and e to overlay them on top of the consonants. So what is the next? Yeah, Surya, hang on. Can you show it a bit closer? Towards the center. No, center. Yeah, knee. That's right. Yeah, I saw yours. Yeah, beautiful. Well done, Surya. Okay, so we learned till knee. What is the next vowel that we have to learn? E. Then?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes, oo. So oo again is, hang on, let me delete this. Just give me a second. Yeah. So if you take ka, right, this is the consonant ka, and we have to learn how to write, overlay the vowel oo with that, right? So if you take the pure form of ka, it becomes ik, and then oo, ik plus oo is ku. When you want to write ku, the normal short vowel ku, you just write ka and then put a short curve towards your left. The short vowel always comes towards your left. and the longer vowel always goes towards your right. So if you have to write k, ku, you have to put your curve, small curve, a worm like a curve towards your left. All right, that becomes oo sound overlaid on top of a consonant. So I'm going to ask a question. Let me demonstrate again. Let's take, for example, the consonant la, right? This is la. La comes from love. So if I want to mix that with oo, right? How do I write? I'm going to show you how do I write. So I'll take la, all right, the consonant la, and then I put a small curve towards my left. That becomes lu. It has to be from this line. The vertical line is the point for us. So that becomes lu. I'm going to do one more. Like for example, we learned ja, right? We took the example of ja. And if I want to write ju, it becomes ju, right? Ju. Put a small curve at the bottom, skewing towards your left. That gives you the oo sound. So I'm going to take another consonant and ask you the question. What consonant do I take? What is this consonant? Anybody?
Na.
Na.
No, beautiful. And the code word for that is very simple.
Krishna.
So if I want to make no, what do I do? Please write it and show me. Yes, yes. You're the fast fingers. Beautiful. That's perfect. Thomas, I think Anand Sadashivji, no. Perfect. Thank you. Kamatji, no. Perfect. Very good. That's a beautiful way. You're circling that so that I can easily check that out. Fantastic. Anand Krishnan, sir. No. Very good. Well done.
Thank you.
Maji, I'm just seeing. I can't see that. Hang on. Can you bring it slightly lower? Yes, that's right. Very good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Arshdeep ji, hang on a second. Yes, no. Very good. Well done. Meenakshi, hang on. No. Yes, very good. Well done. Sanjay Krishnan, sir. Sorry. Closer, please. Little closer to me. Yes, no, that's right. Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful. Anyone else I left? Surya? Surya, are you there? I haven't seen yours, Surya. Nandaji, yes, hang on. No, yes, just make sure, sir, that you're putting on this side for Krishna, that has to touch the top. The lines have to go and dash with the line on top like this.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Anyone else I have left? Surya, are you there? I think he's dropped off or. Surya, yeah, you're there. So show it to me a bit closer. I can't see yours. Yeah, that's good. Just that, you make sure that you're writing it, the line has to be not crossing, it has to just touch the top. All your lines have to just touch the top, and then it has to come from here, right? Because I can see that in your notebook, these lines have crossed the top line, so it cannot cross. So just make sure that you're just touching the top line like this, and then this na touches, and then the curve has to be clearer, more skewed towards your left, right? That's fine. So we learned oo sound. When we want to learn the oo vowel, same letter, let's take na, for example, we learned Krishna na, and then we learned oo sound, right? Which we put a curve towards your left. If you want to overlay that with the vowel sound, oo, which is the longer form of oo, how do we do that? We just have to skew it towards the right. The longer form of vowel always goes towards the right. So take the small curve, circle it, and turn it towards your right. That becomes oo sound. So na plus oo is no, right? So I'm going to put another letter like ja. We took the letter ja, and then what we did was If I want to overlay this with oo sound, I take this small circle and skew it towards my right. The left hand side always gives me the short vowel. The right hand side always gives me the longer vowel, right? So Jew. So I'm going to ask a question now. How do I write the longer oo form of this? What is this letter?
Na.
Yes. So please write no for me and show me. Yes, Jay. Yes, perfect, beautiful. Thank you. Anand Sadashiv ji. No, beautiful. Well done. Arshdeep ji. Can you come a bit closer to the camera? Yes, no, beautiful. Very good. Fantastic. No, fantastic. And then Sanjay ji. No, very good. And Kumarji, I've seen yours. So, Kamat ji. No, fantastic. Beautiful. No, Meenakshi, show me closer a bit. Bring it down slightly. You're shaking. Yeah. Hold it there. Yes. No, that's right. Yeah. And Anand Krishnan sir. No, fantastic. Very good, sir.
Thank you.
Did I miss anybody? Nanda ji. Did I confirm yours? Yes. No. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Surya. Surya. Bit closer to the camera. Yes, no, that's right. Beautiful. So that's how we write. No, just make sure that you're extending this line sufficiently. Don't cut it short. It can be a bit longer also, Surya, right? Just that make sure you're writing it a little bit longer than necessary. Yeah. All right, fantastic. So we learned oo and oo. So apply the same short, curve towards your left for oo and the curve towards your right for oo sound on any of the consonants. You get oo and oo. All right. So what is the next vowel in this order? After a, e, oo, and the next one is
A.
r, right? R.
R.
So we
R.
learn how to write r. R is so simple that you take this ja, the consonant ja, and if I want to make it jr, just put a small c below it. Jr. So if I take ka, for example, and I want to make it kr, ka plus r is kr, I just do it kr. So when you see kr, what is the word we all will know immediately when we see kr? A god's name that starts with kr.
Krishna.
Yes,
Krishna.
Krishna. In Hindi, you say that as Krishna. So Krishna, but that's kr, right? So kr is this kr and jr. So if I want to make, for example, na, I take this letter na, and then I want to make it nr, I just put that C curve below, which is nr. So I'm going to ask you another letter now. I'm going to take this. What is this letter?
Ta.
Ta, the simple ta for tummy, right? If I want to make it tr, please write tr and show me. Yes, fantastic. Good, sir. Jay, fantastic. Meenakshi, show me. You haven't shown me. Okay, anyone else? Anand Sadashiv ji, tr, fantastic. Beautiful. Meenakshi, yes, that's right. Oh, okay, you're writing ta plus r. So you have to write it, Meenakshi. That's not ta plus r, it's it plus r. Like for example, you put a line that makes it it, right? Any consonant to take it pure way, you have to write it as it plus r. Yeah, you did that right. Just that make sure that you're writing that it. So this is r, and then it plus r gives you tr. The one that we are learning now is tr. Sorry, bad handwriting. Sorry for that. So can you show me anyone else? Hang on, Sanjay sir, hang on.
Yeah.
Closer, please. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, sir. Arshdeep ji, fantastic. That's fine. Umaji, hang on. Yeah, slightly closer. The line on top is missing, I think. Right? The top line. Umaji. Yes. Just put the line on top. Fantastic. Yes, true. Beautiful. Thank you. Surya, I can't see. You have to bring it slightly closer. No, on the other side. I mean, the true. No, no, no. The other way. Yeah, closer. Closer. Yes, true. That's right. Yeah. Beautiful.
Can I have a question, please?
Sorry.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, who's this?
Nanda,
Indaji, yes, please ask.
when you write ta and ru, if you write that, it resembles like the, there.
The is this.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a curve. So there's a distinction. If I want to write dr, right? It's the, and then I put this dr.
All right. Okay.
So that's dr. Sorry, did I miss anybody to see what they have written?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Then Krishnan sir, yes, that's right.
Okay. Thanks.
What else did I miss? That's dr. So very good question. The almost looks like that, but the is this, and then tr is this small curve below, right? So that's tr. So we learned how to write the r form of the letter. You apply that on any letter. If I take j and then I want to write jr, I just put a small curve below, right? If I want to write the longer vowel of r, normally how do we write r? This is r, kangaroo, right? This is r. If you want to write r, what do? We put an extra u there, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing that we do for any consonant to make it r sound. We take j, and if you want to write jr, you put the c down. If you want to write jr, you put the extra u below that, right? It looks like a mirror image of 3, but that's what takes you to jr. So if you want to write kr, so I write the normal ka, right? And then I make it kr with a line on top. If I want to make it kr, I put another u below, kr. Like how we did for kangaroo, we took this r and then we put an extra u below. So that's the same thing that you do here. Put an extra one and that becomes r sound. So kr. We learn one more letter. Let's take, for example, jha, right? Jhilam, jha. And then I want to make it jr. It's jr. If I want to make it jr, I put another extra u to it. So that becomes jr. So I'm going to ask a question. I want you to identify and write this jr and jr. I mean, r and r form, both the forms. Let's take, for example, what is this letter? Anyone? Non-Hindi speakers, please.
Va.
Va, that's right. And the code word for that is, any idea?
Vitamin D.
Fantastic, beautiful. So when I want to write br and br, please write separately br and br, slightly larger size, and then show me. Br and br. Yes, Kamath sir. Br and br, beautiful, fantastic, good. Jay, fantastic, well done, good. Arshdeep ji, very good, beautiful. Meenakshi, wait, I can't see, you're shaking. Yeah. Br, right? Br also, the short r also that you please write that. Umaji, fantastic, beautiful, well written. Then Anand Sadashivji, slightly closer, please, to the camera. Yes, beautiful, fantastic. Yes. Anand Krishnan sir, vr and vr. Fantastic. Well done. Beautiful. Sanjay Krishnan sir, vr and vr. Beautiful. Well done. Meenakshi, hang on. Vr. Yes, vr. That's right. Beautiful. Did I miss anybody? Anyone? Did I miss? Nanda Chi? I checked yours. Closer, please. Slightly. Vr and vr. Yes, that's right. Beautiful. Beautiful, sir. Surya. Hang on. I can't see. You're moving. Just place it firm. Don't move. Yeah, vr and vr. Yes, fantastic. Beautiful. Well done. So that's clear now, right? I hope I've checked all of yours. So we learned how to write r and r overlaid on top of consonant. So the next vowel in this order after r and r is
I.
A. Before we move
A.
to I, it's A, right?
A.
We know this letter table, right? We learned how to write A, isn't it? And then we also learned how to write I, correct? So how we are going to learn this
E sound.
right on top of this consonant is because when we go to the sound A,
No.
sorry.
Yes,
So we take this letter Ka as a simple example. This is Ka. If we want to overlay that with A sound, this is A, right? In Sanskrit, we just put a line on top towards the left. That's K. Very simple, K. So if we want to write, for example, take the letter La, please look at your screens. If you want to write the letter Le, La we write and put a line on top towards your left, that becomes Le, right? Le. So I'm going to write another letter, which is, what is this letter? Sorry about my handwriting, I'll write it again.
Huh.
What is this letter?
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah, right? And if I put this on top, what does it become?
Yay.
Yay.
A. That's right. So any letter, any consonant, overlay that letter on top with a line towards your left, a slanting line, that becomes, it has to touch this corner. The vertical line has to touch. So that becomes Yay. So I'm going to ask one letter to all. Let me teach I, and then we will come back to this A. So when we did A, we learned it as Ka plus line on top is K, right? Now, if we want to learn how to write Kai, because this is I for us, the next vowel is I, isn't it? When we write I, we put a line on top of a table that becomes I. So when we write K, we put a line on top. It looks similar to that, but when we want to write Kai, we just put two lines on top. Instead of one line, we put two lines on top. It becomes the I sound. So for example, La, right? This is La. If I want to write lay, please look at your screens. It is this, lay. If I want to write lie, I put two lines, it becomes lie. That's a similar thing applicable for all the consonants, right? So if I want to take, for example, what is this letter? Anyone?
G.
Fantastic. So can you all write ghe and ghai and show it to me? Yes, Jay, you are the fast fingers. Ghai, what is ghe? Where is ghe? Ah, yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Well done. So hang on, Harshdeep ji. Yes, ghe and ghai. Perfect. Slightly to center. Can you move the paper towards the center of the camera? Towards the left. Yes, ghe and ghai. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Maji. Anand Sadashiv ji. Ghe and ghai. Fantastic. Beautiful, sir. Hang on. Kamat ji. Yeah, slightly closer. Ghe and ghai. Beautiful. Fantastic. Anand Krishnan sir, Ghe and Ghai, fantastic, beautiful. Meenakshi, hang on. Let me see. Hang on, don't shake it, please. Ghe, Ghai, yes, very good, beautiful. And Sanjay sir, hang on. Can you shake closer? Yeah, Ghe is fine. Can you tell me the Ghai? Yes, Ghai. That's fine. Yes, Nanda ji, hang on. Ghe, uh, Ghai. Just that Ghai, make sure that you know the first and second line starts from the same vertical line. It cannot start elsewhere. It has to start from this place. Both the
Okay.
lines. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what it is. Hang on. Anyone else I missed? I hope everyone is covered. Surya, did you show me? I can't see Surya's.
I'm writing.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, sure. Anyone else has any questions when Surya is writing? Ghe and Ghai. A and I sounds.
So I have a question. Maybe it may sound a little bit stupid, but
No,
we saw ng, right? Ng. That is, you put the fangs one ng. So how do you write aha to it?
you have to put 2 dots next to it, and it's very, very rare occasions you get that. I have personally seen Naha somewhere, but if you want to write it, you put next dots next to it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
But all of you, please remember that any consonant, you know, if you put the halant below, it becomes the pure consonant. It's applicable across all letters. So, you know, if you put this line for ja, it becomes j. All right. Yeah. Surya, I'm just seeing yours. I can't see anything. Yeah. Sorry, I can't see yours. Can you put slightly closer? What is this letter? The first stroke, g plus what? What's that letter in Sanskrit? The first stroke, ghe. No, you've written ghai first, right? Surya?
Yes.
So when you write I, you have put the line in the wrong way. You look at your I. Can you see your I? Do you understand? The I is like this. Look at your screen. You have to write I like this. Sorry. Like this, right? Like this. What you have? Yes, that's right. So that's Ghai. Perfect. Gay and Ghai. Beautiful. Well done. Got it? Super.
Got it.
Okay. Fantastic. So, any consonant when we take, for example, you know, let me take another example. What is this letter?
The
Yeah. And if I do this, what does it become?
It.
It. That's right. So that's how we identify the pure consonant. So we have learned up to I, R, and A and I. So we are going to learn the next 2 last letters today. I mean, 2 last combinations of vowel and consonant. The first one is ko. In the order of vowel, the next letter is O, right? So I want to do how we overlay this O on top of ka. So the way we write O, as we've written all these days in the homework, is we write that or put a line next to it and put a line on top that gives you the O sound, right? So for writing ko, we write the ka, we put a line next to it, and we put a line on top. That, sorry, hang on a second. We write ka, we put a line next to it, and we put a line on top. Put a line on top. That's ko. Ko. So I'm going to show this again for another letter. When you take, for example, sh, the silence cell phone, silence. Sh, I want to make it show. I put a line next to it and put a slanting line on top. That's show. So I'm going to show once more some other letter. What is this letter? Can anyone identify this for me?
Sa.
Yes, that's right. Sa for sit, right? The sitting sa. What is this?
Say.
Say.
Say, because we just learnt it, right? You put a line on top from the letter, it becomes say. So if I want to convert this to so, I just put a line next to it. And then from that line, put a curve on top, put a slanting line on top. So that becomes so, right? Now we'll know how to write ow. After O, we learnt ow, right? Ow is almost similar to O with a line next to it and a line on top, but an extra line on top from the second line gives us that ow sound. So if I want to convert this so to sow, I put another line. That gives me sow. You can see the similarity, ow and sow. How does it look? You just overlay this portion of your vowel with the consonant, right? That becomes sow. So I'm going to show another letter. La. This is la, right? Love. La. If I put one line on top, it becomes
Lay.
lay. Beautiful. And then if I put two lines on top, it becomes
Lie.
lie. Yes, I'm not lying. I'm true. I'm saying the truth. So lie. We wrote this. And then if I put a line next to it, what does it become?
La.
La.
Yes. And if I put one line on top, what does it become?
Low.
Yes.
Low.
And then if I put two lines on top, what does it become?
Love.
La.
That's it, love. But perfect. So very easy to learn O and ow. I'm going to put one more letter now and let's see, identify that. What is this letter?
Sre.
Tra.
Sra.
Tra.
I want all of you to write Sre, Srai, Sro, and Sra. All the four together, but slightly bigger font so that I can see. Please write Sre, Srai, Sro, and Sra. And show me. Sre, Srai, beautiful, Sro, Sra, fantastic, superb, well done. Anand Sadashiv ji, Sre, Srai, Sro, and Srau, fantastic, well done, sir. Well done, beautiful. Hang on. Arshdeep ji, Sre, Srai, Sro, and Srau, beautiful, well done. Sanjay Umaji, wait. Umaji, Sre, Srai, Sro, and Srau, beautiful, well done. Sanjay Krishnan, sir, hang on. Closer, please, I can't see. It has to come to the center. I'm seeing the plain paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just slightly to the center. No, I can't see anything now.
No, sir.
Yeah. Move it towards your right. Yeah, right. Slightly more. Yeah. Sre, Srai, Sro, Srau. Beautiful. Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Who is that? Kamat sir. Sre, Srai, Sro, and Srau. Well done. Beautiful. Slightly towards the center, please. Yes. Yeah. Don't shake. No. Slightly. Yeah. Sre, Srai. Don't shake. Don't shake. Sre, Srai, Sro, Srau. Yes. Beautiful. Well done. Good. Ananda Krishnan sir. Hang on. Srai, Sro, Srau. Fantastic. Well done. Superb. Anyone I missed? I think only Surya, right? Yeah, Surya. So you can show. Meanwhile, we learned. I'm just going to ask one more question. Hang on. What is this letter?
Gha.
Yes, Gha. And What is this letter?
Oh.
Anyone else, please? Meenakshi,
Yeah,
what is this letter?
that
I can't hear you.
it's um. What's this letter?
Yes, you tell me what is this letter first. How does this look like for you?
Shell. Shell.
It's not sha.
No. Oh.
You can see the hand.
Oh, the Duryodhan.
Yes, the, right?
The
Yeah, and if I put a small curve towards my left, what does it become?
the do.
Dhu,
Dhu?
yes, that's right. Dhu, that's right. So hang on. When I do, yes, Surya, hang on. Let me check yours. Sre, Srai, Sro, Srau. Fantastic, good. So when I do this, what does this become? Surya, answer this question. Surya?
Through.
Sorry?
Through.
Dhu, that's right. Dhu, all right. Dhu comes from the Duryodhan, right? Duryodhan, right? So
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to write another letter, which is let's take another letter. Um, no, let me take okay, let's take this. What is this letter?
Ma.
Yes, Ma. Surya, you have answered. I want someone else to answer this. Let's take, for example, hang on. Anand Krishnan sir.
Ma.
What is, yeah, Ma, what is this? Yes, that's right. And what is this?
Me, the shorter one.
Yes, that's right. Fantastic. And then what is this?
Me.
Yes, fantastic. And hang on. And this.
Mru, the longer one.
Thank you. Fantastic. You've done well. I'm going to ask someone else now. Hang on a second. I'm going to write something. Umaji, what is this?
Ah.
Yes, that's right. And this?
They.
Yes, beautiful. And this?
Do.
Do. That's right. And this?
The.
Yes, fantastic. Please, all of the others also observe when she says this. What is this?
Do.
Yes, beautiful. So thank you. You're perfectly fine. So I'm going to ask another letter to someone else. So I'll take another letter. Mm, okay. What is this letter? I want Kamat ji to answer this.
D.
Yeah, beautiful. And if I do this, what does it become?
D. Id.
Yes, it. That's right. Perfect. And when I do
Day. Yeah, dumb.
yes, dumb and um this
D.
yes, D perfect. Hang on, and then
Da. Dow.
yes, perfect. Thank you, sir. You're well done. Beautiful. I'm going to ask some other person now. Hang on. I'm going to take another letter. Nandaji, have you answered? Did you get a chance to answer?
Do.
Sorry?
Do. Do.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm writing another letter. It's almost closer to what you said, but this is ha.
Oh.
We learned ha, right? Yes, you're right. It's almost looks like dr, but that's why it's important to write ha like this, so
Yeah,
that
that's ha.
slightly distinguish it from dr, right? Okay, so this is
Ha.
yes, and
Ha. Hey.
no. What is this? Hey comes when I write this, right?
Okay,
This,
yep.
so when I put a line next to it and then put a line on top, what does that become?
Hi.
No, high
Dou-
is written
double
like
line.
high is this, right?
Yeah.
So, but what I'm doing is I'm putting a line next to ha that becomes, what is this letter?
That's ha.
Yes,
Ha.
yes. And if I put a line on top, what does it become?
Isn't it hey?
No, hey comes from here.
Okay.
So this is ho, right?
Ho.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
O. This is the way we write O, right? And then put a line on top. That's O.
Ho. Ho. Yep.
Two lines, it becomes how. So this becomes,
Ho.
and if you put two lines, it becomes
Hi.
how.
How.
See, there's a difference between high and how. High is just from here, you put two lines, it's high, right?
Okay.
And if I put a line next to it and then put two lines, it becomes how.
How.
So a line next to it makes a difference. It makes a difference, making it ha, and then one line on top is ho, two lines on top is how. If you don't have a line next to it, then it becomes, as you rightly said, high.
Hi.
This is day, and that's high. Okay,
Thank you.
so that's fine. Anyone else whom I have left? Jay, you want to take?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to write a letter. What's this?
Sure.
Yes. And this?
Shrew.
No. Shoe.
Shoe.
Yes. Shrew comes like this C curve, right? This side.
Yeah, yeah.
Shrew is this. Shoe is this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, hang on. And then what is this?
She.
Yes, fantastic. She, and then Hang on. What is this?
Sha.
And this?
Show.
And this?
Shall.
And this?
Shall her.
Shauhu. Because
Shauhu.
last vowel is oo sound, right? In that
Shauhu. Yeah.
shauhu, right? So that's why we have to remember the last vowel sound that comes at the end and then add that who sound to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so very good, well done. So I want to ask Kamatji, have you finished taking the chance?
I can take.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to write another letter. What is this?
Ga.
Yes.
Gum.
Yes.
Ga.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
Go.
Beautiful.
Gr.
Correct. Group.
Gi.
Fantastic. So you've done beautiful. Thank you, sir. Well done. Meenakshi, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to use another letter for you. What is this?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Well done.
That is Sra.
Sra. Yes. Sr. Actually, not sra. It's sr.
Sra. Sr.
Yeah. Sr. And then what is this?
That is Sra. Sau.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Be louder a bit.
Su. Su.
Still can't hear you. You have to come closer and talk.
Su.
Sorry?
Su.
Yes, Sue. That's right. Yeah, Sue. And what is this?
Sa.
And this?
Sau.
No, it's not Sau. Think. Sau is when you put two lines, it becomes Sau. If you put one line,
So.
yes, so beautiful, fantastic. Well done, Meenakshi. Thank you. So, anyone else? I left Umaji. Are you okay to take?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, so I'll give you this letter.
Yeah.
What's this?
Tha.
Yes, this.
Dha. Dho. Dhau.
Hang on. Thank you. Very good.
Dham.
Yes.
Dr.
Fantastic.
Dhi.
Yes, very good.
Dhe.
Fantastic.
Dhai.
Fantastic. Well done. So thank you. Thank you for that. You did very well. Anyone I have left? If I have left, please tell me. I know it's getting late today. It's a pretty long class. Anyone else?
I can take that one.
Arshdeep ji? Okay, let me give you a letter.
Jh.
No, ja is this.
Jh. Jh. Jhanda.
No, ja is this.
Ngya.
Yes, that's right. Nya.
Sir.
Right. So yeah, hang on. Let me just erase the rest of the stuff. Okay, nya. All right. So
Nya.
correct.
Nyo. Nyo.
Yep. Hang on. Uh, yep.
Nyer.
Nyre. Yes. Nyre.
Nyer.
Nyre. Nyre. That r sound has to come. Yeah. Nyre. And what about this one?
Ni. Ni.
Yes, Ni. That's right. So well done. I think you're there. Beautiful. Well done. Fantastic. Anyone I left? Surya, have you taken this test?
No.
Okay, so take this now. I'm giving you a letter. What's this?
Ha?
Sorry?
Ha?
Yes, fantastic. Pa, P and H, right? Pa. So I'm going to, what is this?
Ha?
Correct. And this,
He?
no, pay will not have a line next to it, right? Pay comes like this. Pay, if I want to write, this is pay.
Po?
Yes, po. That's right. So what is this?
Pe?
Pi.
What is this, Surya? Yes, pi. And hang on. Go ahead.
Po?
Sorry?
Po?
No, it's not po. This is the sound of oo.
Who?
Poo. That's right. Poo. Right? And what is this?
Po? Who?
Poo. Extend it a bit. Poo. Right? Yes, poo. And what is this?
P?
P. You can't get coached from someone else when you do this test. So P, right? Okay? P. And then what is this? Do it yourself.
P? P?
It's not a P, right? So that's P. So I think you're clear. So I think we have covered. Did I leave anyone? Did all of you take this quick test? Anyone did I leave?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't take it, sir. Sanjay.
Sanjay, okay, very good. So I'll give you another letter. What's that? Beautiful. So this.
Thumb.
Yes, very good. Then
P.
yes, T. And
Tha.
yes,
Pe.
no,
Oh, sorry. Toe.
yes,
Toe.
Oh.
Thou.
yes, very good. So hang on.
two, tuhu,
Tuhu.
tuhu.
Yes, that's right. So I think you're there clear. I think it's clear to you, right? So
Yes, yes.
anyone else? Thank you. Anyone else wants to do? We know it's a bit late, but because it's a longer class with so many other combinations, so it took a bit of time more than necessary. Anyone else who wants to take? If you're clear, you don't need to take, but if you think you want to take it, please take it now. If not, we have to move on because it's already 12. I know you all have other works to do. So hang on. So what we do this week is, I have given a chart which is exactly what I explained about, all these letters, kaka, kiki, ap, ku, kr, kr, ke, kai, ko, kau, and then also this anuswara and visarga, kam and kaha, right? I've given also for cha. I will send this by WhatsApp. What I'm going to send as a homework is each of these letters, right? Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, and then cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, ta, ta, da, da, na, like that. Yara, lava, shasa, saha, trasa, nyaksha. All that I'm going to send. I've just written two letters, but I want you to fill all the, matras for that. Like, where I have written ka, I have written only for that row, ka, kiki, kuku, right? So please write ka, ki, complete this entire line. And similarly for all the consonants, please take it and write the entire set and send it to me by Tuesday max picture, right? So that's this week's lesson. And the next week, when you come before the next week's class, I want each of you to take your name. For example, if my name is Sri Rama, right? So I know how to write Sra. I know now how to write Sri. I know how to write Ra. I know how to write Ra by putting a line. Then I know how to write Ma. Sri Rama. And then put a line on top. I want you, all of you, to write your names in Sanskrit. Don't send it to me by WhatsApp. Send only the homework. After you finish the homework, write your name in Sanskrit, the way I have written my name, in a big piece of paper, bold, and then browse. If you know the meaning of your name, fine, just explain the meaning of your name. If you don't know the meaning of your name, browse and find out what is the meaning of your name. Write your complete name. And if you want to write, maybe write your spouse's name or your parent's name or your sibling name, one or two of the names, and you have to show it to me in the next class without a mistake. So now you know how to write all the letters in Sanskrit, right? You know the vowels, you know the consonants, you know the mixed vowel and consonants today. So first portion is write your homework, send it to me by picture, and then get prepared for the next class by writing your name, your spouse's name, if you have a spouse, if you have, or your parent's name or your child's name. I want two names at least in your paper, at least two names, complete names, right? If you're Ananda Krishnan, I want you to write Ananda Krishnan. If you're Ananda Sadashiva, I want you to write that Sadashiva also. So that way, Meenakshi has to write Meenakshi Raghuram, right? So that way, please write your names and show it to us in the next class. All of you will show it to us, right? Is that okay? Fine. Any question?
Yes, sir.
So I'll send this homework by WhatsApp, and then we'll see you next week. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. போட்டா
Thank you.
அதையும் இதுல போடுறீங்க.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you.
Thank you.